Hi, good morning. This is Gangaya from Maths Magic Academy. Coming to the seventh question, given based on slope. The slope can be in different forms. Slope of a line. Slope of a line is given. Slope of the line x equals to 3 is what? They are asking. For suppose slope intercept form of a line, we know that is y equals to mx plus c. That means one point x and y is there, one equation is there. Then we can find the m, whatever the m is there, that is nothing but slope. If the equation is in the form of y equals to mx plus c, then we can say the product of x, whatever the coefficient of x, if you are able to write the equations in this form only, don't think like 3y equals to mx plus c, then m will be the slope like that. Here the left hand side only y will be there, the coefficient of y must be 1 and the remaining things will be in right hand side. If it is in the form of y equals to mx plus c, then we can say that the m is nothing but slope of that particular line. Or in another mode, here if you take 2 points a and b, the a point is 3, 2 and b point is 4, 7. Then the slope can be defined y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 or y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. That means here the change in y by change in x. It is not exactly y2 minus y1 like that. We can take any difference of variables, y coordinates, like that x coordinate. Whatever the order we are going to follow, same order we have to follow here also. That means the slope of 2 points is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So here the y2 value is 7 and y1 value is 2. So 7 minus 2 by x1 minus x2. Sorry, x2 minus x1, that is 4 minus 3. 7 minus 2 is 5, 4 minus 3 is 1. So 5 by 1 is 5. So that we can say the slope of these 2 points is nothing but 5. And if you know the angle theta, how angle will be coming? Suppose the line making the angle with the x-axis. Whatever the line is there, that line makes the angle with the x-axis. Then that angle is nothing but theta. Then here the line is having the slope. So in this case m equals to tan theta. If you know theta, that is angle in between the x-axis and to the line, then we can say m equals to tan theta. And here the question is given x equals to 3. So here x equals to 3, it is given only x equals to 3, where it is the slope of x-axis. The slope of x-axis is 0. The slope of x-axis 0 and the slope of y-axis is undefined. So what is that, children? Slope of x-axis is 0 and the slope of y-axis is undefined. Why it is like that? The slope of x-axis, if you take a slope of x-axis, then the 2 points will be lying on x-axis. The 2 points are lying on x-axis. That means the y coordinate must be 0. That means the numerator is 0. That means the numerator is 0. Okay. Suppose here 2 points will be there. These 2 points are a, 0 or b, 0. Is it or not? The points which are lying on x-axis is like a, 0, b, 0. For this, if you substitute in this equation, what you are going to get? y2 minus y1, that is 0 minus 0. That means the numerator is 0. If the numerator is 0, then definitely the slope is 0. That means the slope of x-axis is 0. If you consider the 2 points on y-axis, what it will be? It is 0 comma y1. It is 0 comma y2. 0 comma y1, 0 comma y2. That means what is there here in the x coordinate is 0. Where it is x coordinate is the denominator. The denominator. If the denominator is 0 minus 0, that is 0. If the denominator is 0, then it is undefined. That means the slope of y-axis is undefined. The slope of x-axis is 0. Now here you can see x equals to 3 is there. If it is x equals to 3, how can we draw the line x equals to 3? So x equals to 3 or x equals to k. X equals to 3 or x equals to k is a line parallel to y-axis. So this is x equals to k. That means x equals to whatever the number you can take, that will be parallel to y-axis. It is a parallel to y-axis. If it is the line y equals to k, then it is a parallel to x-axis. That is y equals to k. Okay, understood? If the equation, if the line is like x equals to 3, then it is what? Parallel to y-axis. If the equation is like y equals to k, then it is a parallel to x-axis. You have to think oppositely. X equals to something, that is x equals to k, is parallel to y-axis. Y equals to k is parallel to x-axis. If those are parallel, then the slopes of parallel lines are equal. Okay, the slopes of parallel lines are equal. That means, what is the slope of y-axis? Undefined. So here x equals to k or x equals to 3, all are parallel. Y-axis and x equals to k or x equals to 3 are parallel. That means the slopes of y-axis and x equals to 3 is same. That means the slope of x equals to 3 is undefined. But you can see in the options, sin 0 degree, cos 90 degree, tan 90 degree and tan 0 degree is given. That means you have to know each and every chapter. You know the awareness of each and every chapter so that you can able to answer. In trigonometry, we can see sin 0 is 0. Cos 90 is also what? It is also 0 only. And tan 0 is also 0 only. And what about tan 90? Tan 90 is undefined. So x equals to 3, the slope of x equals to 3 is undefined. So tan 90 is also undefined. So our answer is tan 90. Okay, understood? Next, question number 8. In the question number 8, they given very simple question, that is, find the area of semicircle if r equals to 7. That means they given radius is 7 centimeters. And we have to find the area of semicircle. So we know that area of semicircle is pi r square by 2 square units. Is it or not? Children, see, area of a circle is a pi r square. So the semicircle is looking like this. Okay, the area of this semicircle is what? Exactly half of the complete circle. That's why we can write pi r square by 2 square units. Now what is 7 here? R is nothing but 7. So that we can write pi into 7 square by 2. That means here the pi value, sometimes they may give pi equals to 22 by 7 or pi equals to 3.14. So if they given the value, then you have to apply same value only. If they not given, as per your convenience, you can use. Now here, for my convenience, pi value I am writing 22 by 7 into 7 into 7. Why? Because 7 square is nothing but 7 into 7 and by 2. So now 7 is getting cancelled and 2 ones, 2 11s. So 11 sevens is 77 square centimeters. Why? Because here the measurements is given in centimeters. Like that we can find the area of a semicircle. Okay, children, can you see here they given area of a semicircle? That's why it is very simple, because it is half of the area of a complete circle. If they will ask you perimeter or circumference of semicircle, then what you are going to do? So here see, area of a semicircle, very easy, pi r square by 2, half of the area of a complete circle. But perimeter or circumference is what? If we take a complete circle is like this, this is nothing but the boundary of the circle is nothing but circumference. The boundary of the circle is nothing but circumference. But here if we take a semicircle, what is the boundary? Okay, the boundary is not only this. It is not only this, it is also will be there. Okay, what it is? It is nothing but a diameter. It is nothing but a diameter, that is 2r. So that we can simply find the perimeter or circumference of a semicircle by using the formula 36 by 7 or units. It is units only, it is not square units. So 36 by 7 into radius is 7. So 7 cancel, 36 centimeters. Like that we can find. So don't forget, you have to apply. If they will ask you area, then pi r square by 2. If they will ask you perimeter or circumference of a semicircle, perimeter or circumference of a semicircle is 36 by 7 r. If they will ask you circumference of a circle, that is 2 pi r. Okay, so don't forget the formulas, use the formulas and find the problems. Next, problem number 9. It is very simple question they given. Match the following, that is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. In trigonometry, it is a basic question. Sin theta can be equals to 1 by cosecant theta. Is it or not? And cos theta is equals to 1 by secant theta. Tan theta equals to sin theta by cos theta, or 1 by cot theta. Like that also they may ask. Okay, so here sin theta equals to 1 by cosecant theta, cos theta equals to 1 by secant theta, tan theta equals to sin theta by cos theta. Where it is sin theta equals to 1 by cosecant theta, where it is for A is matches to 3. A is matches to 3 is here, and B is matches to 1. B is matches to 1, here is there, and C is matches to 2. So the correct answer is C. So it is a basic question only. We can learn that basic things. Sin theta is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse, whereas cosecant theta is hypotenuse by opposite. So these two are the reciprocals, like that. Cos theta and secant theta are the reciprocals, and tan theta and cot theta are the reciprocals. But tan theta can be written as in two terms, that is sin theta by cos theta. Okay, the next question, 10th one in section 1. What is the probability to pick a joke card from a deck of cards? It is a deck of cards. In a deck, spades will be there, hearts will be there, diamonds will be there, clubs will be there. Here hearts and diamonds are red in color, spades and clubs are black in color. Based on colors and based on different types of cards, there is a chance to ask the question. That's why I am explaining spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. In one deck, these types will be there. How many spades are there? So here 13 spades are there. Now here hearts also 13 is there. Diamonds 13 is there. Clubs also 13 is there. So totally 13 fours, 52 cards are there in a deck. In one deck, if you consider in one deck, in that one deck totally 52 cards are there. In that, what is the question here? Pick a jack card. How many jacks are there? In spades also jack is there. Here also jack is there. Here also jack is there. Here also jack is there. How many jacks are there? 4 jacks are there. So the total possible outcomes are 52. That means deck of cards is nothing but possible outcomes and favorable outcomes. What is the favorable? Jack card. So that may be jack card of spades or jack card of hearts or jack card of diamonds or jack card of clubs. Any one of the jack is a possibility. So the favorable outcomes are 4 and the total possible outcomes are 52. If you can do the cancellation, 4 ones, here 4 ones, 4 threes. So that is 1 by 13. So what is the probability? 1 by 13 is the probability to pick a jack card from a deck of cards. Okay, that is one of the simple question. And go to 11th question. What is that? The mean of x plus 3, x minus 3 is what? So do you know what is the mean? Mean is nothing but average. What is the average? Sum of observations by number of observations. Is it or not? So what is sum of observations? X plus 3 is one of the observation, x is one of the observation, x minus 3 is one of the observation. Add all those things. X plus 3 plus x minus 3 by how many observations? 1, 2, 3. So by 3. So here 3 plus 3 minus 3 getting cancelled. What is there? X plus x is 3x by 3. 3 also getting cancelled. We will get the mean of those given values is nothing but x. Okay, like that we can find. And the 12th question, it is very simple question. The point lies in Q1. So suppose if you can think it is. So the 12th question, it goes here. It is a coordinate axis. So x, y. And in this coordinate axis, this is what? Q1, quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. The rectangular coordinate axis can be divided into 4 equal parts. That is, each part is nothing but a quadrant. In this Q1, all are positive. All are positive. X value is positive, y value is also positive. And you can go for in the Q2. Here y value is positive but x value is negative. It is going to opposite direction. So x is a negative, y is positive. So that means here plus both are plus. Here it is negative, y value is positive. And here both are negative. Here both are positive, here both are negative. Q1, Q3 odd. So here both are positive, both are negative. And here the x value is a plus and y value is minus. X coordinate is plus, y coordinate is minus. Now what they are asking? Q1. Q1 is what? Both are positive. Here both are positive? No, it is also not. It is this C is both are positive. 7 and 1. Both are positive. So that the correct answer is 7 and 1. And this 3 comma minus 2 is belongs to which quadrant? It is a plus minus. So it is plus minus which quadrant? It is Q4. And what about minus 3, 5? Minus 3 plus 5. Minus 3 plus 5 can be belongs to Q2. And minus 6 minus 3 belongs to Q3. So it is belongs to Q1. So like that we can completed the explanation of section 1.